Someone asks in a meeting, what did we decide about the API auth? And suddenly, five people are opening five different apps, scrolling through Notion, pressing Ctrl F on their Slack, 20 minutes gone. Suddenly, the information exists. Someone wrote it down. You just cannot find it. Today we fix that. A meeting notes knowledge base you can ask questions to in plain English and it finds the right answer from the right meeting instantly using Quadrant. So let's go. Well, why Quadrant? Because keyword search doesn't work here. If someone wrote switch to OAuth and you keep searching authentication method, nothing. You need semantic search. Every paragraph from every meeting node becomes a vector in Quadrant. Your question becomes a vector too. Quadrant finds the paragraph whose meaning is closest to your question. I hope you are understanding my point. No tagging, no organizing, just dump nodes in, ask questions and get answers. As simple as that. So here we are installing some things. First is Quadrant client. This is the most integral part. Then sentence transformers, and then this is to to get everything properly formatted. 8 meetings across 6 months. Sprint reviews, kickoffs, security reviews, realistic notes with real decisions which are buried inside, payment gateway choices, let's say production outages, token expiration decisions. Now the important step which I want to tell you guys about all these things, which is the chunking part. We don't embed the whole meeting as one vector, let's say. We split by paragraph because one meeting covers 10 topics. And if you blend them all together, your search signals gets diluted, let's say. Paragraph level chunk means Cordon surfaces the exact piece of context that answers your question, not just meeting. 40 chunks from 8 meetings. Each one carries its meaning, ID, date, team, and type of metadata, as you can see. So first, we will get our search function ready. So we'll run this cell. As you can see, search function is ready. Now I will show you search demos. Like what did we decide about the API authentication method, as you can see here. Then we will see like how this actually works. First I'll run this that you guys can see. Look, what did we decide about API authentication method? So as you can see, 42%, 42.2% of match we found something in the document. What it is saying, token expiry confirm, 15 minutes access, as you can see. So this is the nearest search it could find. If it had any uh, closer search, let's say if it had more about API, if it had something more about, let's say, authentication or something like that, then it would be this number would be even higher. So this is not the limitation of Quadrant. So this was intentional to show you that this is not the the limitation of Quadrant or the vector search. This is the power of documentation as well. If you make your documentation good, if you make your documentation well enough, then it will be really easy for Quadrant to find it. Because we are not doing here keyword search. What we are doing here is searching things semantically, means meaningfully. As you can see, we have ranked them. So these are the 4 searches. uh, as you can see, API v2 shipped on time. Look, uh, password policy enforcing 12 characters from May 1 existing, as you can see. So all these things are on their place according to their ranks. Now next question, what payment provider did we go to, did we go with, and why? So as you can see, we again got 4 results because I have ranked them according to that. I mean, I've made code in such a way that it will rank it according to that. So the most relevant search we got is this one, payment gateway, which is team evaluated Stripe versus Razorpay. Stripe for internal customer, Razorpay for India. As you can see, this is the most accurate answer you can get. It is not only saying or giving you that, hey, it's Stripe and Razorpay, right? Which is typical, it would happen, which is typically it would happen in let's say in your normal keyword search. But what happened here is it made the answer itself. It made you understand that what actually are these two things, correct? Like that Razor is for India and Stripe for international customers. I hope you guys are understanding this point. So let's run this one, which I already did. So the question was what security issues or vulnerabilities were found and fixed. So as you can see, this is the highest match, high to high severity. So SQL injection, vulnerability in legacy. So these were the points which were talked in the meeting. So it actually picked them like very precisely. This has got very high percentage, as you can, as if you can notice, right? Then this point, this question, I mean, what is the plan for moving to Kubernetes? So let's run this once again to show you all. So this one got the highest search, 59.9%. Let's see what it is saying. It is saying Kubernetes migration. Decision made to migrate from EC2 plus Docker Compose to EKS. Aditya will lead. As you can see, it has also given the extra information, right? Or else you would have to find uh, again that who is actually leading this thing. And again, as always, it has ranked all the things properly. Then this question, that what happened to churn when we change the pricing. So let's see if there is any such thing talked in the meeting. Free tier removal caused 12% churn in first week. As you can see, look at this, right? But let's assume, as I've said already in our very first question, let's say that if this thing was not even talked in meeting, but if you're asking, then what would happen? Nothing. Maybe this might get 0% match, or it might get 10% match, but the search result would not, might not be something you are expecting. It would be very, like, unexpected. The search result you will get, it might be not even relevant to the question, right? It might be very indirectly related to each other, which you might not even know, right? So that is how quadrant, or you can say the semantic search works. It tries to actually understand the meaning. That is what I have been trying to tell you all. Now, we go one layer deeper. Instead of returning chunks, we pass them to Gemini, because we are using Gemini API key over here as context and ask it to synthesize a proper answer. Quadrant retrieves. Gemini answers. The LLM is told to only use what's in the retrieve nodes. So there will be no hallucination, and it will be fully grounded. Ask about token expiry. It tells the exact durations, the meeting it came from, and the date. That's the difference between search engine and a knowledge base. So let me show you all. Now the very last thing, adding a new meeting. But for that, we will take the help of this, which I've already highlighted. It is upsert function. What this does, I have told multiple times in many videos of ours, it instantly, like, it makes everything instantly searchable. No indexing needed. And this is how you'd wire it to Notion or Slack as well. Every time notes are saved, they go into Quadrant. So semantic search, payload filtering, chunking, RAG, live ingestion, that's the whole picture. Notebook link is in the description. As always, you guys can check it out, and you are free to run it in Colab. And Gemini API key, it has very generous amount, so you can use it on a free tier if you want to. And also, let me run this last cell and show you all how it looks like. So this is the latest meeting, you can say. So added the chunks instantly, okay, right on the spot. Ask the question right there itself, that when is the enterprise plan launching and what does it even include? Okay, you got the answer. Here you go. It says new plan at $299 per month, targeting companies with 50 plus seats, including SSO, audit logs, and so on and so forth, as you can see, right? Very precise, as you can see. We just gave the information over here, and it just, like, returned it. All this because of the quadrant, which is using semantic search. We can call that as a, let's say, a skeleton body for that, right? For our data, for the memory, it's a skeletal body, you can say, right? And Gemini here working as a brain, because it is making these answers, right? So I hope this was helpful for you all. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you. Have a good one.